Hi and welcome to Art History 101. Today we are exploring the execution of Lady Jane Grey by Paul de la Roche, a story which has been an endless source of romantic and tragic fascination. Paul de la Roche was a French painter, known for his dramatic historical scenes. He gained his fame with his ability to capture the emotional intensity of events inspired from French and British history. His work bridges the gap between neoclassicism and romanticism, often portraying historical figures with a heightened sense of drama and realism. Let's now dive into the scene depicted in the execution of Lady Jane Grey. Lady Jane Grey was an English noblewoman who became a tragic figure in history due to her brief and ill-fated reign as queen. The granddaughter of Henry VIII, Jane was highly educated and known for her intelligence and piety. She became a pawn in the political turmoil of her time. Following the death of young King Edward VI, her father-in-law arranged for Jane to be proclaimed queen in a bid to prevent the Catholic Mary Tudor from ascending to the throne. Jane was queen for only just 9 days before Mary successfully claimed her place as queen, deposing Jane and imprisoning her in the Tower of London. Despite her initial clemency towards Jane, Mary I eventually had her executed due to the ongoing Protestant rebellions and the threat Jane's claim posed. On February 12, 1554, Jane Grey was beheaded at the age of 16, a tragic end to a young life, marked by political exploitation. De la Roche captures the tension and tragedy of this moment with incredible skill. The painting's somber tone reflects the young queen's fate, highlighting the brutality of her execution and the innocence lost. Notice the dim lighting, the focused beam on Lady Jane, which not only draws our attention to her, but also symbolizes her purity amidst the surrounding darkness. In the center of the composition, Lady Jane Grey is depicted blindfolded and dressed in white. She reaches out as she tries to find the execution block. Her only jewelry is her wedding band, a discreet reference to the ambition of her family-in-law, which led her to this moment. A delicate, vulnerable figure contrasts starkly with the grim reality of her surroundings, evoking deep sympathy from the viewer. In the background, two of Lady Jane's maids are depicted in mourning. To the left, the maid looks as if she had fainted. Her hands are clasped around the dress and jewelry of Lady Jane, which were always removed for executions. To the right, the maid's posture conveys deep sorrow and helplessness. Their attitude of exposed pain and grief is a stark contrast with the quiet but seemingly equally deep regrets of the men to the right. Sir John Bridges, the lieutenant of the Tower of London, is shown guiding her to the block. His gentle grip and sorrowful expression reflects his sympathy to the solemnity of the occasion. His furrowed brow and downcast eyes suggest the weight of the moment, adding to the painting's emotional depth. The executioner stands to the right, hooded and somber, awaiting the signal to perform his duty. His dark, shadowy figure and blood-red clothes contrast with Jane's white attire, emphasizing the impending violence. The executioner's calm demeanor underscores the grim reality of the event, serving as a reminder of the harshness of justice in that era. One final detail in this painting is the use of an axe for the execution as opposed to a sword. The axe was traditionally used for executing traitors, which adds a layer of political significance to the scene. The choice of weapon underscores the severity of Jane's perceived betrayal and the brutal nature of her punishment. This detail also contrasts with other traditions, where the sword was often considered a more honorable means of execution, typically reserved for nobility. In this painting, it may also evoke the execution of Catherine Howard, the fifth wife of Henry VIII, who, unlike Anne Boleyn, did not receive the mercy of the sword and was also executed by axe. Like Lady Jane, she was less than 20 years old. De la Roche's use of light and shadow, known as chiaroscuro, adds depth and intensity to the painting. The stark contrast between the illuminated figure and the dark surroundings enhances the drama of the scene. The execution of Lady Jane Grey by Paul de la Roche is more than a historical scene. It's a powerful exploration of innocence, tragedy, and the human cost of political machinations. De la Roche's skillful use of light, shadow, and composition brings this tragic moment to life, making it a poignant and unforgettable work. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the execution of Lady Jane Grey. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment and subscribe for more art explorations. See you next time!